Hello, are you new project manager and you would like to know more about project management and its methodologies? Do you use traditional project management methodology or predictive methodology or waterfall? And you'd like to know more about agile methodology and the main differences between waterfall and agile? Or are you eager about knowing more about project management and its methodologies and new styles? So, if you are one of those, so this video is made for you. Please bear with me till the end of the video, and let's go. Uh, this is Magid Bashir. I am senior project manager working in the field of IT projects from about 8 years. I'm PMP and ACP certified, Agile certified practitioner. Today, I'd like to talk about the main differences or the main features of waterfall and agile methodologies in project management. So we know that in the predictive or the traditional way, there are three pillars in project management. The first one is the scope, then we have the time and the cost. Within them is the quality of the project or of the product that's we're working on at the project. But we know that there are like knowledge areas and process groups, as we used to know in the until the 6th edition of PMP, before Agile being have a reasonable part of in the syllabus of the PMP, beginning with or starting from the 7th edition. So the knowledge areas are the integration management, then the scope management, time, cost, quality, then the resources or the HR management, then we have the communication, then risk, then procurement and stakeholder management. So that are the main pillars, the main knowledge areas of project management. Then we have the process groups, which are the waterfall. So from the beginning, its name is waterfall, so it means that it's like a series of episodes or like some rings which are like make like a series or some episodes like this. So there is initiating, then we have the planning, then the executing, then monitoring and controlling, then the closing phase. So they are in the waterfall or in predictive methodology. They are 5 process groups or 5 project phases. Waterfall, we used to have those processes which are plan the scope, then collect the requirements, then we define the scope, then create the WBS, which is the work breakdown structure, okay, which is well known, then to validate the scope and control the scope. The work breakdown structure, I'd like to focus on it because this means that in predictive methodology, all the project tasks are well known before beginning the project, okay? So all the tasks and subtasks are well known before, which is very far from IT projects or software projects that the scope is maybe defined before, but not in details, which led to creating the new methodology, which is agile. This is an example of the WBS of construction project. So we have like villa project. There are like main phases: the mobilization of the site, then the substructure for the earthing work, concrete, plain, concrete, and so on. Then we have the main structure, which are 3 or 4 parts: civil work, electrical work, sanitary work, then the finishing work. So we notice here that all the scope is well known, and all the main parts and tasks and subtasks also is well known before. Accordingly, the material and the machinery, the resources are also like have or planned before beginning the project, and the schedule as well. So accordingly, the cost is well known. So all the project pillars is well known before beginning the project, or the begin of the or starting the project, or before the initiation, even in the in the offering phase, or in the bidding phase. Maybe all the competitors in the bidding phase are submitting the same WBS according pricing for each task or each subtask and so on. So in this way, until now we are talking about the traditional way of project management. Okay, so what's the main challenges in agile? In waterfall methodology. The main challenge is how to submit the project, how to submit the scope within time and the budget. This is the challenge of the project manager. You have a scope which is well known, but if you succeeded to submit the project within the required budget of the project and the agreed time, so it's the main challenge, and like the definition of done in this situation. Okay, but here we have the main differences between projects life cycles. Okay, we have the predictive, the agile, the iterative, and the incremental methodologies. So we are focusing on predictive and the agile here. Okay, predictive, which is the waterfall, the same. We notice here that the delivery frequency is very low, just one time. The whole project is delivered in as a one bulk. Okay, and the degree of a change is very low. There is no acceptable. It's not accepted to have changes in predictive methodology. But in agile, the frequency of delivery is very high. We can deliver, and we will see how we can deliver the project in phases, or in maybe releases, or sometimes in sprints and so on. And the degree of change is very high, and agile accept changes and does not reject changes. Okay. So how agile apply, or agile methodology apply the frequency of delivery and the degree of change. Okay. So what are the main challenges in agile methodology? As we said that the main challenge for the project manager to submit the project in a predictive or traditional way, which is waterfall, is to submit the project within time and budget. But the scope is very known and very clear before the project begin. But in agile, the main challenge for the project manager is how to validate the scope. Okay, how to achieve the scope. So as we see here, that the main idea, or the first step, is to how to collect the requirements of the project from the customer professionally, in a professional way, by using the sprints or iterations. Each sprint have some, each project consists of some sprints, some continuous sprints. Each sprint have some ceremonies, or some steps. First one is the planning meeting. Meetings in agile called ceremonies. Okay, planning meeting, then the implementation, then we have the review meeting, then we have the retrospective meeting. During the sprint, we make daily scrum, or daily stand-up meeting, or daily meeting to just to know or to answer two main questions: how the work is going on, and if there is like any obstacles may affect the work. Okay. Here there is like a funny example which in a lot of projects or a lot of project managers faced a situation like they asked it in the beginning of the project about a product, but actually it ends up with a very far away or a very different, completely different product from the agreed one in the beginning. But agile methodology actually avoid this problem in a very smart way by engaging the stakeholders all over the project phases, all over the project steps. Okay, how this happen? By agile ceremonies. First of all, there is the planning meeting, which the project team is gathered and make the planning for the project. Then there is the daily stand-up meeting, which is from its name, it happens daily to just to as I said to follow up the project. Then there is the retrospective meeting, which just for to answer three main questions: what was going right during the last sprint, what was going wrong, and how to fix the problems that happened in the last sprint. Okay, as we see here, agile support transparency. All the use, in agile, the scope is splitted or decomposed in user stories. Each user story consists a feature or a value that have to be submitted to the customer. Okay, so all user stories by any tool have to be clear to all of the team, and all the team in agile is responsible for the project and have to submit the project. Okay, and is responsible for the delivery and for the quality and so on. So in daily stand-up meeting, the team is using, or the Scrum, there are like Scrum Master, Product Owner, and the development and the quality members. So they gather every day in the daily stand-up and following the project activities. Then the retrospective meeting. In the retrospective meeting, they have it just once in each sprint. Each sprint is time boxed, which is between 2 or 4 weeks. It's recommended to have value that can be released or delivered to the project by the end of each sprint. But sometimes in more complicated projects, the release can be done after more than one sprint, maybe 2 or 3 or more sprints. But generally, it's recommended to have valued and valuable features that can be submitted to the customer after the end of each sprint. So the retrospective meeting, in the retrospective meeting, we make like an analysis for the sprint and what's the problems, which this meeting is going or held within the team. And also we have the review meeting, which presence of the product owner, whose role representative of the customer to receive or to have the project and to approve it. To have the scope and the main features of it, and to confirm the acceptance of it. Also, there is backlog refinement, which is sometimes made between sprints to reprioritize user stories in the backlog according to its priority to the customer, or maybe based on new inputs from the customer, that there are like features have to be raised to the beginning of the backlog instead of others, or have to be injected which was not valid before, and so on. Okay. So using these tools and these sermons and this meeting, we can achieve the agile methodology and the agile value. Okay. So then we have like the agile principles and values. Here we have the 4 main principles, but there are something which is named as like a charter, which name is the Agile Manifesto, which have the 10 main values, but those 4 values summarizes the 10 values for the Agile Manifesto. So here we have in Agile, we support, or Agile methodology support, individuals and the interactions over the processes and tools. It does not matter we use which tool or which process, but we focus on the people and their interactions, and we focus on motivating the team and to assure or to make sure that they are working in harmony and working in a smooth way, that as Agile focus on people and their interactions. Then we have the working software over the comprehensive documentation. It does not matter when we will make the documentation, and while the documentation is very important, we know that, although it's very important, but it may be done in the middle or at the end of the project, but we have to focus on delivering the software or delivering the product, which even it's not software or in any field, over the comprehensive documentation, which have the next priority in Agile methodology. Then we have customer collaboration over contract negotiation. In Agile, we focus on win-win situation. It's not recommended in Agile to focus on contract negotiation just to make to save each side want to save himself and want to be in the safe side, regardless the benefit for the other side. But we in Agile support customer collaboration, okay, over contract negotiation. The best way that benefit the project, the customer, that which have to be done and which have to be followed, then we can agree about the type of the contract or its main components. Okay. Then finally we have the responding to change value over the following a project plan. In traditional way, if there is any need or in from the customer side, it immediately is being rejected because it's not included in the original plan. So for any changes, there is like CR procedures that have to be followed in order to achieve the customer need. While in Agile, the vendor or the service provider have to respond to changes and have to be adapt, because Agile is adaptive, is the adaptive way that, as we said. So we have to, in Agile, we have to accept and absorb any changes and adapt to it, and focus on the value for the customer or the needed value, and have to prioritize the product backlog according to the needs of the customer or the new values that is needed from the customer. I think that's all about this presentation. And next time, inshallah, I will try to make another episode or session to dive more into Agile principle and its main applications. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to make subscribe for our channel to be updated by any new videos. Thank you very much. Bye.